Write a story about a wise American guru named Prem Daas, where he speaks with 10 different people about the meaning of life and the nature of reality. God is truth, beauty, and goodness. God is unconditional love. Talk about awareness and consciousness. Speak about non-duality. Write 1,750 words and make it wise, clever, and funny.
Prem Daas was an incredibly wise American guru who dedicated his time and energy to helping people live in tune with their higher selves and unlock their own true potential. He traveled to far-off places to lead workshops, conduct lectures, and answer questions from people from all walks of life. What set him apart from other gurus was his ability to articulate complex, philosophical, and spiritual concepts with a sense of humor and a bit of irreverence. He loved God with every cell and fiber of his being. It seemed like everywhere he went, people lined up to consult with him about the meaning of life and the nature of reality. On one particularly hot day, Prem Daas had the pleasure of meeting with 10 different seekers who sought to learn more about spirituality and the nature of the divine. The first admiring seeker that Prem Daas encountered was an elderly Buddhist priest. He asked Prem Daas, "What is the nature of reality?" Prem Daas smiled and said, "One way of looking at reality is that it is nothing but consciousness. Everything in the universe is a manifestation of this single, non-dual consciousness. This suggests that we are all connected and that everything we do, whether good or bad, affects our collective reality." The second person he encountered was a young woman who asked about the importance of being aware. Prem Daas said, "Awareness is essential for spiritual growth and enlightenment. It enables us to become awake to reality and to make choices that reflect our divine purpose. Being aware of our thoughts, emotions, and actions allows us to stay in tune with our higher selves and remain connected to the beloved." The third person was an atheist who questioned the very idea of a higher power. Prem Daas approached him with a warmth and said, "I don't expect you to believe in God, but I think you can appreciate the power of unconditional love. Whenever we act out of love, we are tapping into a higher energy that connects us to the divine. Love is what truly binds us together, and it is our salvation." The fourth person he talked to was a scientist who sought to learn more about the nature of reality. Prem Daas said, "The universe is an ever-changing system of energy. Everything, including thought and feeling, is energy, and this energy creates reality. We can become conscious of our energy and use it to create positive changes in our external environment if we so choose." The fifth and sixth people were two young women who asked about truth. Prem Daas said, "Truth is that which is in alignment with our highest potential as human beings. It is not something to be argued about or understood intellectually, but to be experienced through faith, love, and devotion. We can have true peace and joy when we are being guided by our inner truth." The seventh person he encountered was a world-renowned business executive who asked about the power of beauty. Prem Daas replied, "Beauty is a reflection of the perfection that is present in our universe. It is all around us, if we choose to focus our attention on it. When we appreciate beauty and take time to connect with nature, we are letting go of our superficial worries and allowing ourselves to be in tune with our soul essence. The eighth person was an artist who inquired into the concept of goodness. Prem Daas said, "Goodness is about doing the right thing even when it's difficult. It is about having the courage to choose what is best for yourself and for others, even if it requires more effort from us. Being good is a sign of maturity and wisdom, and it can bring us closer to the divine." The ninth inquirer was a lawyer who asked about non-duality. Prem Daas said, "Non-duality is the understanding that all of life is interconnected and that everything is a part of the same one reality, from the physical to the spiritual. This concept allows us to recognize that we are all connected and that every action we take influences our collective experience of reality." Lastly, the 10th person was a student who had come to experience deeper spiritual awareness. Prem Daas said, "Spiritual awareness is the recognition that being conscious of our innermost selves, our divine spark, will lead to happiness and truth. Knowing our souls and connecting with divine energy can help us manifest a life of joy and abundance." The people left Prem Daas's presence feeling inspired and with multiple new mantras for their daily lives. They were all grateful for his generosity, wisdom, and wit. Prem Daas had reminded them all that no matter how deep of a spiritual hole they felt they had fallen into, they could still find guidance in the words of others. He had reminded them of their oneness with the divine, and that with awareness and conscious effort, they could be liberated from their worldly attachments. At the end of their conversations, all the seekers thanked Prem Daas and moved on feeling inspired and replenished. They had all gained a new perspective on life and reality, and they were determined to bring the wisdom they had received into each of their respective journeys. And so, Prem Daas continued on his path, meeting more seekers and helping them to become more deeply aware of the nature of reality. He was a beacon of light and hope to many, and his impact would remain long after he had gone. And with that, Prem Daas and his beloved dog, Puchu, walked off into the sunset.